Relations at Western Carolina University, and we just received an update that there has been a shooting on the Western Carolina University campus, possibly involving hostages. We have locked down the campus and are requesting that no one come to campus at this time. We will notify the press and others as soon as possible when it is safe to enter the campus again. We request that the media and area residents cooperate with us as we attempt to neutralize the situation. This was only a drill statement.
To give you some of the most current information that we have. First, Chancellor Barney.
Thank you, Bill. And I will give you a short prepared statement and then turn it over to Bill, or to our chief, and then we will answer some questions. It's important to stress today, as we move forward, that we don't have many answers to the many questions that both we have and you and the media have regarding the nature of what happened today. Those questions will be answered over the course of the next days and weeks. I can only talk in general terms, partly because that's the level of information I have at this stage, but partly also because we don't want to in any way jeopardize the investigation that will be ongoing to make sure that we understand everything that did happen today and that the individuals involved are handled. But until then, we have closed the campus, canceled classes through the end of the week, and we will notify personnel when they are to return to the university. Again, I'd like to thank everyone who worked so hard today to make this come out properly, as well as it could. And I now like to turn it over to Chief Johnson to share with you the camera of this.
Thank you, Dr. Bardo. Today, my comments are in response to the drill scenario here. Today, the university police responded to a report of a gunman on campus who had opened fire down in the area of the campus known as the Village. This gunman is responsible for the shooting death of one individual on campus, as well as the wounding of two others, including a university police officer. The initial call came in at approximately 12:30 p.m. by way of a blue light telephone that was located in the area of the Village. The on-duty shift officers responded to the scene. At that time, we had 3 officers on duty. Our telecommunications center immediately notified the command staff of the university, which included myself and Assistant Chief Hudson, and we in turn made notifications to other university officials. In conjunction with the Chancellor's directive on responding to emergencies of this type, we immediately activated the Emergency Operations Center on campus. Once the officers arrived on the scene, made their initial assessment, and recognized that the shooter was still within the Village area, that lives were still in danger, we immediately activated our mutual aid agreement with the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and requested their assistance. We also requested assistance from the Silva Police Department and the North Carolina State Highway Patrol. In response to the report of the injuries, the Cullowhee Volunteer Fire Department, the University Emergency Medical Services Unit, West Care Emergency Medical Services, as well as Emergency Services Unit from Haywood and Macon County also responded to the scene. We approached the scene with the idea of our task was to neutralize the shooter as quickly as possible and to minimize the threat of the shooter to others in the area. We were able to contain the individual within an area of the Village, and during this process we also made immediate notification to the campus community of the incident. We activated our siren system as well as other mechanisms we have in place for emergency notification. Campus community members were notified to shelter in place. At the same time, we went ahead and with the use of other university employees shut down the campus and prevented access for people who were not authorized to be on campus. After a process that involved several hours of containing the shooter and negotiating with the shooter, who I might indicate at the time he did have 8 hostages with him, we were able to negotiate the release of some of the hostages. However, it became apparent to the officers on the scene that the shooter was becoming less cooperative and the threat to the individuals was increasing. The decision was made to go into the area and neutralize the shooter, which was done. We effected the rescue of the remaining hostages. There were additional wounded in the area who are currently being treated by emergency medical personnel. The State Bureau of Investigation has been requested to respond to the scene, and they are on the scene now. They will take over the investigation and conduct the investigation into this incident. Okay. We are not in a position at this time to release the identities of the individuals involved because this is an active and ongoing investigation. As we get to a point where we feel it is prudent to do so, and again, we also have concerns for notifying appropriate relatives and family members. When we get to a point where we feel it's prudent to release that information, we will do so. These conclude my statements, and again, this is a drill. Thankfully, it was just a drill.
At this point, we'd like to invite Kevin Dull from the EnviroSafe Corporation. That's the consulting firm that helped us organize and run today's drill, to give you folks an idea of what the drill is all about and the process involved there.